that guy. Huh. Are you live right now?
Oh, eh.
Well,
Give me a few moments to put certain things in place.
well. It's updated. The poster for my new film. Yeah. Yeah. Gonna show you some scenes of them many characters. Yeah.
I'm going to be learning how to draw.
Huh.
The podcast is
Hello, welcome to the Gracious Podcast. Girlfriends, that was a script for the reasons. Have no idea exactly what's going on with our friends, quote unquote, behind the scenes snippets, but regardless.
Yeah. Uh, yeah, this should be the last Sunday show for a while. At least until, let's say,
huh.
eh, mid-August. Of course, then it'll be a week where I might not be available, and then then the one after that where I'm working Saturdays, so we'll see how that works. But yeah, I did a game stream thing on Tuesday. Got the first episode of 2 Hour Trial done. Yeah, Cyberpunk 2077. Yeah, turns out I had to do a bit of censor work. Yeah, but it's fine. I took care of it. And actually, once you get past that bit, game's actually pretty fun. Probably definitely helps that I'm playing it after supposedly all the bug fixes went through. So it's actually a much more, presumably a much more stable game. Uh, but yeah, that was fun. Uh, yeah, the usual work stuff. Wednesday through Saturday. Today I've just been feeling kind of like, I'm all stuffy, sneezy, have a headache, and it's just like, But yeah,
That, that, that,
and
that,
I mean, I didn't see him.
Hello.
Is that the elf club?
hello.
Hey, what's
Good.
up?
I'm doing fine.
Going by his Disney
Hey,
name, hit by
hey.
goofy stuff to be precise.
Ache.
Oh, you playing? What is this? Cyberpunk?
Cyberpunk. Yeah, I I had that for the first episode of my show 2 hour trial where I take a game I haven't played before, play it for 2 hours, and decide whether I think it would be worth continuing it at some point or not.
That's a great idea.
Hey.
Um, when hey, do you know when the next snack review's coming out?
Oh, I currently have it set to release on the 15th and last day of the month.
Awesome! I can't wait for that.
Hey,
Yeah,
what do you,
so next episode of that, I actually found the suspicious stew Pringles.
I've been looking all over for this.
hey guys,
Yeah,
what, guys,
Can't wait to see what your review is. Hey, tomorrow is my birthday.
oh, happy, happy one, happy tomorrow's birthday, Ache. What do you think of the pictures I sent you and you, saw today? For the Mountain Lord film? Yeah. What do you guys think? What? Is 8 left? Oh, weird.
huh.
Seems to be becoming a thing. Around here at least.
Right. I've also set up the server, the Minecraft server with mods and stuff. So I just need to test that out for a bit, and make sure it, runs properly, and set up a nice spawn base. That way, people aren't just spawning in the middle of nowhere, surrounded by creepers. But yeah. Uh, oh wow, my brain is just like, today. It's like, sinus headaches. Ooh, okay. Yeah. And, yeah, other than that, not much really happened. It's just been a long work week. And it's like next week I have to go to work early 2 of the 3 days. One because it's the annual tea, followed by the employee dinner, and another one because it's another memorial. So yeah. So how's your week been?
My week was good. Yeah. Yeah, my favorite version of Inspector Gadget was from Gadget and the Gadgetinus.
Hmm.
Right, focus, focus. Let's see, there was last week's section. Did some catch-up work also.
Yeah, yeah, I like joining podcasts every week where night where I don't have school. Yeah, I don't have school right now because it's summertime, and I don't go back to school till September.
Let me see.
And the update of my other channel, I changed, I turned Jade Picture Longer Videos channel into Jade Picture Packers. You know, just updating. Yeah, quite very deep in on my main channel and my other channel in October.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. Also, I turned the other Jade Picture Picture channel into Jade Picture Television. That is my new channel for TV shows run by Canada's greatest YouTuber and filmmaker, which is me, of course, Jade.
Hmm.
First four things I currently.
Man, I need new headphones. Yeah, because I don't want to hear buzzing. While I'm talking. Well, yeah, man, I gotta talk better.
Right.
First, first four things I had on order as of late arrived. Uh,
And I don't know why Aikman just left the call.
yeah. Just gonna refer to this. Just gonna refer to the nickname that was for the previous one. A new pocket juice for my new phone, uh, which thankfully works.
Yeah. Man, I gotta help Royal Pony reach 10,000 subscribers. Oh, I have to get to 10,000 by the end of the year, December 31st, 2023. If I don't achieve 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year, I'm going to be doing 100 push-ups live on stream by New Year's Eve 2023. December 31st, 2023.
Let's say better last a little longer than the last time, but still have to have one. Still have to have a charger now.
Well, guys, I'm just here on this podcast for like 16 minutes. Well, I have to get going, and I'll see you guys. I hope you like the pictures I sent you today on this podcast. Take care.
Right.
Some I forgot which particular national holiday was coming about. So, and prior times confused any blasts nearby for nearby gunshots when actually people that just can't wait for the 4th. Couldn't wait.
Yep.
There's been a few late bloomers here and there, but thankfully that's diminishing. Usual watching's went fine. Worked. Thankfully, but so as I was working on the sheet, certain things from last week didn't affect me too much.
Yeah. Also, on an unrelated note, after you're finished watching the podcast tonight, if you're watching live, go check out Zeldathon on Twitch. Great stuff. They're doing it for charity. They're gaming for charity. I always make sure to watch it every year. They're currently playing Majora's Mask. And yeah, they should be going for the next couple days. Eh. Anyway.
Did some more catching up.
Ow, ow.
Did some more catching up. Though I had to do a little skip. I had to do a little skipping as time started. Crunch of it, and then it was the action from earlier today, which I will sum those up a little bit later, which thankfully found some time between them before getting all set up. But yeah, it might be my minimal usage even before then, but certain things that came out last week have thankfully not been as thorn in my side-ish. Nonetheless, I have prepared a couple things as a just in case measure, tribal, counter social posts. Also, Instagram Threads is a thing now.
It sure is, and oh god, I'm not even gonna go into the whole thing that Twitter's going through right now, and Elon and everything. It's just. I swear, just all that stuff is making the general populace dumber just by proximity. Uh,
Might consider it though if in case something does come up.
yeah.
At least from a sheet assembly standpoint.
Yeah. So, yeah. Ah. So, I guess, pony recap time. Normally I'd be like, okay, let's get through this quickly, but I recorded about 2 hours, 20 minutes worth of footage, so, we could take our time a little bit this time around. uh, so, everyone's getting ready for a big party because the group is invited to the Manesquerade at Zephyr Heights. And now it's a whole mask thing. Like, you could have just called it a masquerade. You didn't have to, like, give it a pony name when it. Why? Part of me thinks it may just have been like a ponyfy the name just out of habit kind of deal. Because again, masquerade would have worked just fine. But yeah. Meanwhile, back with the Legion of Doom. No, wait, no, that was season 9 of Gen 4. Never mind. uh, uh, Back at the lair of the Sith. I mean, th- there are two, master and apprentice. Not really apprentice, but we'll 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 go with what we can get. Yeah, Misty isn't grounded anymore, but she still will basically has to stay at the lair. It's like, yeah, I guess Opaline decided she doesn't need help getting the Dragon Stone. It's like, okay, Misty, you stay here. I'm gonna go get the thing. And Misty's like, okay. Yeah, but I kind of wonder what they're doing right now. Like, they're nice to me. Like, Opaline isn't nice. But they're nice. But I should stay. But maybe I should go. But if I go, she'll yell at me. But she might yell at me anyway. So, back with the group. So, apparently Sunny wants to do a special Unity dance at the, okay, I'm just gonna call it the Masquerade just because it rolls off the tongue easier. And I'm not dignified in Manesquerade with a response. But, yeah, everyone's getting ready, getting a bunch of glitter and masks, more glitter, all of the glitter. But Misty shows up, like, oh, hey, guys. Oh, looks like you're doing a thing. Potentially out of place. And they're like, oh, yeah, we're going to the masquerade. Wanna come with? And Misty's like, oh, I don't know. Like, it'll be fun. Uh, sure? So they get in the van and start heading over. And yeah, Misty's sitting next to Sparky, and it's like, Sparky, remembers last time Misty was around. It's like, "Arr." And Misty's all like, no, don't worry, I'm not, no plans on taking you this time, don't worry about it. And Izzy's nearby, it's like, you seem kind of off. You're nervous, aren't you? So she goes on about like how with the masquerade, like no one's supposed to know it's you, so it's like everything being more anonymous, you can kind of chill a bit. Like you don't have to be so nervous because they won't know who you are. And Izzy gives Misty a nice little bracelet, friendship bracelet. So yeah, Sunny's freaking out because like, okay, we need to practice the dance. Oh, hey, we're here. And everyone gets out of the van. And it's like, wait, we haven't practiced yet. And so it's a major event when the news is broadcast in the red carpet. And even the queen is going into the masquerade wearing a mask. And the news ponies are like bowing and like, Your Majesty's like, and the queen's like, what are you doing? Why are you bowing? Clearly, I have a mask. You're not supposed to know who I am. Like, oh, right. I wonder who that mysterious, gorgeous mare was. It's like, yeah, apparently she does this every year. But like, I can kind of understand. It's like it's the one night where theoretically, like, she doesn't have to deal with everyone bowing and like, oh, Your Majesty, even though everyone clearly can recognize her. But like, I mean, it's worth a shot at least, She can hope. But yeah, the press is there, everyone's taking pictures, and Missy's like, ooh, hey Zip, can I hide behind you? Like, why? Much like you, I'm not big fan of crowds and getting my picture taken. And Zip's like, yeah, fair enough. So they get inside and They're checking out all the snacks, and yeah, Zip seems to be in detective mode. Like she wanders off, and Misty, trying to work out what she's doing, follows. Meanwhile, Sunny's trying to get everyone to practice the choreography of the dance, and everyone's like, nah, and they're just not getting it. So with Zip, she goes to the basically the high clearance required library. It's like, oh hey, I remember this from It's About Time. Except more high tech. And Misty follows and tries to hide and bumps into the bookshelf, and a book about alicorns from the past falls onto her. And of course, this makes enough noise that Zip is like, wait, Misty, were you following me? And Misty's like, but no, just because I'm here doesn't mean I was following you. And yeah, Zip right now Zip is in full suspicion mode. It's like, okay, I've been suspicious of you from the start. What is your deal? What are you hiding? And in a pure brilliant save, Misty confesses that she does not have a cutie mark. And Zip is like, I knew it. I mean, I didn't know that, but I knew you were hiding something. And like, you know, that doesn't matter to us. We're still friends. Like, so yeah, no secrets between us. Like, yeah, no secrets. By the way, I found this book about alicorns. Like, oh wow. And then Pip shows up. It's like, guys, what are you doing here? Sunny wants to do the dance thing. Come on. So they go. So Izzy gives the, oh yeah, the main melody is hairdressers or whatever. Or they also got invited, and I guess they're running the DJ booth because like they play the music to go with the dance, except it wasn't supposed to start yet. Sunny hasn't taught everyone, you know, the dance yet, and it's like, ugh, whatever, we'll wing it. So it starts off, and through the power of pure musical number, they are completely synchronized. Something, magic of harmony, yada yada yada. Um, you know, we've seen this usual song and dance before. Well, not this song and dance literally, but figuratively, this song and dance. And it's all good. Misty had fun. So parties. Oh yeah, there's a whole small bit where Alphabetal shows up, and of course immediately recognizes the queen. It's like, oh, people don't recognize you? Like, of course not. Even though they clearly recognize her. But they have some. They chat a bit. But yeah, party's over, and yeah, Zip checks out the book and finds out that there were some pages ripped out. Ah. Then we cut over to Misty. So Opaline's back. Like, good, you didn't go anywhere. Look what I got! The Dragon Stone. But we still need the Dragon Fire. And Misty's like, ooh, yeah, too bad I haven't seen the dragon recently. And Opaline's like, yes. So yeah, Opaline's hanging out in her room. Misty's hanging out in her room. And like she's just looking at the pictures she took during the thing, and it's revealed that she tore out the pages, and Opaline shows up. It's like, oh wow, Misty, clean up your room. And Misty's all like, you can't tell me what to do. You're not my mom. Not actually, but uh, I await the fan edit. But yeah, that was that episode. Seems that we are. I forget, is it 6 episodes or 8 episodes for chapter 4? If it's only 6, then the next one would be I think the last one, because I think this was episode. We'll work it out later. But
5
yeah, good episode. Oh yeah,
5 of 7 for if you're only talking about the half-hour stints.
yeah. But yeah, this chapter is slowly reaching its conclusion. And then we can get back to the YouTube stuff.
Or at least if it doesn't feel like. I don't think we've gotten there yet.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like the way they've been slowly progressing the plot, it's like the episodes themselves are interesting enough to keep my attention, and like the slow trickling the slow trickling of plot stuff makes it so it's like, yeah, each episode is important at least for a bit. So no episode feels completely pointless. Uh, yeah, good episode.
Once again, progression with the coming of your shell, that's a good one.
Yeah. Also, one of the things I noticed with Izzy's models, like, oh my god, she has yarn hair. It's just like, just the detail in her mane, it's just like, oh wow, You can knit some nice gloves that from her mane. Like, wow.
I guess I do have when the movie came out. It's impressive how much detail they put into these character models.
Yeah.
Nice to see more cultural development, though I'm surprised not everyone's still trying to wrap their head around this whole pontification thing that's been a thing since day one. And by that I mean day one G4.
Yeah. I'm just saying, they didn't need to ponify Masquerade.
Sorry for that.
I mean, if it was a party where everyone does a special thing with their mane, then okay, maybe. But it's just party where everyone's wearing a mask, so it was kind of a needless change. Ugh.
I got no tease into more lore unveiling, so it's
Yep.
good touch.
Check something.
Couldn't help but wonder if there was a G5 turbo nearby when I first saw the chocolate fountain.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, 2 more episodes.
Kind of wish we got that unit 20 from last time because at, as it looked from last time, it looked like there was something certain something was quite needed. When did I wish when did I know that was going to be solved?
Yeah.
But I guess we won't. Interesting fact I learned fairly recently. I didn't think of bringing it up until now, but Missy's VA has total drama on her resume.
Ah.
So aside for the occasional returnees, we have some semblance of people with experience in the field.
Yep.
But yes, the intrigue is still ever present.
Yep.
These these upcoming 2 weekends are going to be interesting.
So, looking at some of the news stuff on the list. Yeah, apparently the Gurren Lagann movies are going to be rescreened in theaters this year for its 15th anniversary. And actually, there's going to be some 4D screenings. So that's interesting. Speaking of anniversary stuff, Naruto original Naruto anime is going to be celebrating its 20th anniversary with brand new episodes. And I mean the original Naruto anime, not Shippuden. So yeah, that's interesting. A new PV has been released for Fate Strange Fake Whisper of Dawn featuring Archer, and I actually had to look it up to see which Archer it was. Turns out it was Archer Gilgamesh. Could have been Archer Emiya or any of the other various Archers from the Fate universe. Like, they really need to be more specific. And even then, there's variants of those variants. Like, Dead by Daylight Nicolas Cage perks have been listed, and the character is now available in public test builds. Yeah, not any character Nicolas Cage has played, just Nicolas Cage. And honestly, I wouldn't have it any other way. Traveling Pony Museum has finally basically closed up shop up at the end of TrotCon this weekend. So, for the foreseeable future, they will no longer be making any more appearances at conventions. Which is sad, but they've been around for a while, so all good things must come to an end. A former Rare dev says that there's not an audience for a new Banjo-Kazooie. I mean, okay, theoretically, if they added more or general adventure stuff, but was able to keep some of like the vehicle building, I could see another somewhat nuts and bolts style old game working after since the release of Tears of the Kingdom, because that's kind of all sorts of wacky creations have been going on with that. So another game with that kind of style of gameplay, I could see potentially working. You just have to have like the right combination, like the right ratio of the style of gameplays. Like have the vehicle building be something that spices up the platforming, as opposed to being a replacement for it. Black Butler is getting a new anime season in 2024. Now, are we talking like reboot or sequel season? Okay, it is not a remake, but a new season. Okay. Presumably going from where season 1 left off, as opposed to season 2, because season 2 is all sorts of a mess with like new main character and stuff, and like I don't know if that's like canon stuff or who knows. So, also this past week we had Anime Expo, and ooh, some of the pictures I saw from that place, like, okay, that's a lot of people. Maybe they need to start like limiting ticket sales. I mean, I know that's blasphemous to say because more sales equals more money, but at the same time, if you have too many people in a confined space, the air quality starts to dip. So, yeah. Ooh, this one I'm really excited for. Gundam Seed Freedom anime film English subtitled teaser unveils staff and a January 26, 2024 debut. Like, after decades, we are finally getting the movie. Like, this thing has been in development hell for forever. Uh, Crunchyroll has added the One Piece anime's English dub, so I'm surprised they didn't have it already. Attack on Titan, the final season, part 4 anime reveals trailer. Okay, got the trailer for presumably the final part. Although at this point, I wouldn't be surprised if they stretched out a few more parts after this. Eh.
Getting back to displays that have been no longer going to be a thing, I guess. That bomb blast surviving that console that survived the bomb blast.
Ah, yeah, it's finally being retired. Which, I mean, okay, it had a good run.
Or possibly no longer being displayed in New York. Anyway,
Yeah. Renegade lists My Little Pony RPG Dark Skies of Equestria Adventure Series book for pre-order. Matt Reeves says he aims to push it farther with the Batman 2. For news that came out of left field, Jennifer Garner will return as Elektra in Deadpool 3. Now, if they can pull in Ben Affleck as a variant of Daredevil, it would be just perfect. I mean, I know they have the uh, the Netflix Daredevil, but still. So I've been seeing some clips from the new My Adventures with Superman series, and okay, yeah, the Lois Lane there, that's just aged up Luz from Owl House. I mean, come on. Okay, either that or what was the other character? There's like two comparisons going on. Hold on. Oh right, like a gender bent version of a character from Voltron. But yeah, like design is different, but I actually kind of like it. It makes it stand out. Of course, we were also complaining about like the effects used when he goes really fast. Like that's supposed to be Superman, not the Flash. It's like, guys, Superman also is very, very fast. Sometimes I wonder if these people just complain about anything they can because Zack Snyder wasn't involved in the project.
Speaking of which, not just that Justice League movie, but also Superman 199. I think the issue.
Huh. Oh yeah, speaking of My Adventures with Superman, Jack Quaid has said that All Star Superman was his inspiration for his performance in the show. That is a good thing to be inspired by. When I've heard All Star Superman is just great stuff. Benedict Cumberbatch has said that he is returning to film new scenes as Doctor Strange next year for a Marvel movie. Jason Blum is looking to adapt more video games into horror films after Five Nights at Freddy's. Quote, I think the right video games make great source material for movies. He ain't wrong. Okay, now I'm imagining like a psychological thriller Doki Doki Literature Club. That just feels like the kind of genre that would work for that game. Mind you, with the most recent release of the game and expanded material, like partly wants to wait for like developers to make the next game to see like, okay, what's the larger overall story going on, Because there's like this whole there's a bigger picture behind everything deal going on, and supposedly, and yeah. Superman's origin story will not be shown in Superman Legacy. That's fine. I mean, everyone knows Superman's origin story. You don't need. It's why with the third go around of Spider-Man, they didn't even bother with the origin story.
Even if they would, somehow I would have imagined small snippets similar to when Edward Norton was the Hulk.
Right. Yeah, it's like characters that don't need their origin stories retold again in movies like Superman, Batman, Spider-Man. Uh, I mean, I think it's mainly those three, just because they have so many movies that and like their backstory is such a part of popular culture that it doesn't really need to be shown again. All right. Jason Blum says that horror movies don't work if you're not really emotionally connected to the characters. You have to be just as tied up in the events that are happening that are not as. You have to be just as tied up in the events that are happening that are not scary to be scared. Quentin Tarantino says Kill Bill Volume 3 isn't happening. Quote, my last film was about a film critic, a male critic, and it's set in the 70s. Also, Kill Bill had its conclusion. Volume 2. Story is over. Got the first teaser for the Suicide Isekai anime by from Wit Studio. Eh, I mean, sure, I guess.
Honestly, when was the last time?
Ooh.
Honestly, when was the last time anime actually went into American comic books?
You mean like anime based off of comic books and stuff? Wasn't there like that Batman Ninja film or something?
Possibly. By the way, I'm not referring to, say, Toei getting involved in something. Toei getting involved in American releases.
Ah, I don't know. So, major franchises with reboots in the works. DC, X-Files, Hellboy, Twilight. Why? Why Twilight? Uh, uh, Never mind. Spy Kids, Harry Potter, Wizard of Oz, Percy Jackson. We knew about that one. Hopefully they'll do a better job this time around. and Chronicles of Narnia. Why does Twilight need a reboot? Are, are, are they hoping to get actors to play the characters that won't think the source material's shit? Cause, yeah. Or maybe they're hoping it'll get a better reception, and now that it's had some time to fade into not obscurity, but just kind of fade from general public attention. Greta Gerwig will direct at least 2 Chronicles of Narnia films for Netflix. The final runtime for DC's Blue Beetle is 2 hours and 7 minutes. Not bad. I mean, okay, I'm hoping it does well, because, like, who am I kidding? DC's probably barely gonna advertise it. Uh, the live-action Powerpuff Girls series is no longer in the works at Warner Brothers at all. Good.
According to what I'm reading in regards to the originals, it's possible the author might have a bit more control this time around.
Maybe. We got a preview for Baldur's Gate 3, and oh boy, let's just say things get a bit wild. Ooh. according to Jeff Grubb, the Final Fantasy IX remake scale will be close to the Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core and will use the ATB turn-based system. So basically, it'll be classic action style as opposed to how they're doing more or action RPG style stuff these days.
Getting back to continuations that won't be happening. Quote from Simon Pegg. People are always like, need Shaun of the Dead 2 in my life. And I'm like, no, you do not need Shaun of the Dead 2. The last thing you need is a Shaun of the Dead 2. It's done. And besides that, there were 2 movies after that. Hot Fuzz and The World's End.
Yeah. It's like they're packaged together as a trilogy. Not actually connected, but, you know. It was kind of like a whole thing going on.
Though I wouldn't be surprised if this is a similar argument to, say, the James Bond movies, and that they're also different titles.
Yeah.
And if the 007 weren't there, you wouldn't have made the connection.
Right. According to Takaya Imamura, F-Zero hasn't been revived because Mario Kart is Nintendo's most popular racing game. I mean, I can't argue with that.
I have heard some entries can have some really questionable difficulty curves, so I guess it's understandable.
Yeah. I mean, they can at least throw the franchise a bone and, like, make Captain Falcon, like, a DLC playable character in Mario Kart. I mean, I know it's not a Mario character, but, I mean, Nintendo isn't exactly not known for crossovers. Or just like a F-Zero style kart.
Crews have seen acting for many years, like Harrison Ford. Hope to still be going. 20 years to catch up with him. State of Insidious. May not be a forever rest, but it's certainly going to be a very long rest. This means either a reboot or new entry down the line in a similar fashion to Star Wars is the best thing I can come up with at the moment.
Right.
IMAX print of Oppenheimer is 11 miles.
Yeah, I saw that. Like, ah, that's some big film.
That's gotta be a record, Guinness or not.
Yeah.
BBC has 3 promising projects on the hook for their inaugural Kids Animation Call.
The Flash is looking to potentially be one of the biggest box office bombs in history, with potential losses being somewhere in the $200 million range.
Looks to have some stiff competition, honestly, because from what I hear, DreamWorks is not doing too well either.
Yeah. Paul King says he made Wonka to be a film that could sit alongside Roald Dahl's book and Gene Wilder's Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. That sounds good.
in regards to X-Men 97, New Look of Wolverine, More March. New Look at Storm also included. New update in regards to this chapter for anyone who plays Main March. G5 has been updated. She might get working shoutouts in another Windy City, plus Pharma State to 10s. Byron struggled to victory in Atlanta. Another Pharma State to 10s. Cassie won for the knee pre. Sweden and Norway as champions 2023. Schumacher presses. Family tries from USA, including Fast and Pastrana, Colvard, and Rosequest. Martian, Riley, Corvette, and Miller earned victories at the Chevrolet Prix. ALP 44-24 turned into the Grand Rail Historic Society of New Jersey. Good transit in Toronto, London, Ontario commuter service. Speaking test. Like 30, I went for it. Science Cutscenes also across the famous bridge. In this case, Fort Worth. In this case, Forth. On the way to Aberdeen. Fully Honda fireworks for advances on K4. Mr. Stewart underway for observation cone. Approach to Roomba is back on the rails. Bay of Islands back in full steam. And Arcadil's to this week returns to the friends and family of Caleb Willingham, Hunter Penn's sister husband. Done Reinhardt, World's Strongest 79. Orlando event off. Dutch Racing. Lawrence Truman going to its thing. River Wild. Michael Fio. Dark Knights Public Enemies. Robert Friendly, British Spirit Avenger and Entrepreneur. Michael Badia, Breaking Bad. Crisis from the outside world. From our location. Let's go. Details just yet. And Howard Jones. Real enthusiast, key spreader, publish Steam.
Yep. There it is.
Right. So, in regards to the other 2 weekend, regards to what comes later after we finish the other 2 episodes.
Right. Yeah, should be good for Saturdays for a while.
Hope the time things will be things leading to it gets
So yeah, see about getting recording some video for next week as well. Yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm busy cleaning tomorrow. Today now.
hopefully things around the time. Hopefully things around this schedule points later in the month won't be won't cause any interference.
Right.
And until next time in the chapter. This is Pray. Hopefully, see you.